What is up, guys? It's Bloodzealous. Welcome back to another building tips. Today's video is a little bit different than some building tips in that I'm not going to talk about a specific type, a specific thing we're building. I'm going to talk about a style. I'm just going to do a couple modern building tips here that I think you guys will enjoy. It's going to be a short, pretty simple video, but I think you will stand to learn something. So if you enjoy it, please leave a like. I do love the support on my building tips series. And without further ado, let's learn how to build a modern house. First of all, materials are important. Modern houses are all about your shape, your definition. You want to have squares and shapes. So we're going to use a lot of solid colors. That's what we got: sandstone, quartz. We have some colors of clay here. And it's also about color difference. So if we have all these white, light colors, we also have some dark wood here as a potential. As you can see, it is quite nice and something we'll talk about in a minute there. But you want to vary your colors and you want more modern colors. So not a lot of stone. I'm not saying you can't build a modern house without stone, but not a lot of stone. We're going to use mainly modern materials. So we have half slabs of each because half slabs are really important when it comes to making shape. We'll have stairs, again, important for shape. We're going to use glass panes because glass panes add depth, as we all know, much better than normal glass for the most part. Bushes are great for decoration, and a lot of modern houses tend to have bush designs. And again, we have our solid colors. So let's go over here. There's 3 different things I want to show you with modern houses, basically. The first one here is having a 2-color house. And when you do a modern house, you're gonna want to go for sort of a 2-color theme. You're gonna have your main frame, which you're gonna build first. In this case, the main frame is made out of dark oak. So say you have a doorway. We're gonna go with a really simple example. We have a doorway here. All right, that's your main frame. A modern house, you're gonna want to have a second frame that's gonna kind of, you know, form that main frame, and it's gonna shape it. All right, so if we're going for some sort of doorway look here, we might put pillars on each side of the doorway, okay? That's a very simple idea, right? So we have our main frame, and then we have this, which adds depth, and it changes the color around. So then we might go ahead and we might have a pillar here for part of the wall, and then we might have another marble pillar, all right? So this is the house. This is all extra that you add on, but that's kind of an idea there for modern builds. So there's your first little tip. Secondly, we want our shapes to flow, and we want them to continue around. So let's get rid of this for a second here. All right, and we'll get rid of this. And what you see is a lot of times you'll probably have a house that looks something like this on the front. You know, you have a wall here. Maybe it's only 1 thick, but it's a wall. And then over here, you have a doorway. Now, we want our shapes to flow, right? That's kind of the important part with modern houses. So we're going to allow our shape to come through. And we'll just come through by 1 or 2. It's kind of whatever you want. And now your shape is flowing, right? It's going to intersect this piece. And also, we're varying our wall width. So as you can see, this wall here is too thick, right? Oopsies. This wall is too thick. This wall here is 1 thick. We're varying the width of our walls, and we're letting the shape flow through and intersect. But at the same time, we're keeping it square. We're not doing anything up here, you know, we're not cutting off the corner or, you know, kind of sloping it up like that. It's square, okay? We want squares. That's what we want. Squares are very important. And thirdly, this idea of intersection also works when it comes to the roofs. Instead of having a roof that looks like this, nice and flat, we're going to allow this shape to intersect. All right, intersection is probably the biggest part when it comes to modern houses, and that's going to allow the shape to flow upward and around. Also on windows here, we can add a little extra shape with our stairs because, again, we want to have depth to our modern houses, all right? So we're going to run over here. Most of you have probably seen this tutorial already, but this was the modern restaurant tutorial, and you can see we have pillars behind other pillars, all right? We have shape on our windows. We have our indented glass there. We have bush decorations, and we've used our half slabs to create shape around the top. Now, shape around the top is pretty easy to create. Again, you can outline just about anything you do with slabs. Just make sure you don't want to leave the corners off. That's not a very modern look. You want your corners to be square. That's modern. All right. So those are a couple quick tips for modern builds. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will try and answer questions for this video as well as I can, at least in the comment section. Other than that, please leave a like if you want more tips on how to do a modern house. I know it was a quick video, but that's the point of these building tip videos. Other than that, thank you for the support, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.